What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. We now have Fox News host Jessica Tarlov found herself in the hot seat once more, as she's now giving another one of those takes in this newest segment that sounds like nails scratched against a chalkboard. Guys, you've got to see this. I'm excited to get in this one, so I'll save all my thoughts for the back end, guys. So definitely stick around to the end. So you guys get my thoughts on the back end, and also YouTube push this video out. Definitely stick around to the end, you guys. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Before we do that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button for me and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, you guys.
If you care about the country, he should go right away. If you're a Republican, you care about winning the election, he should stay right there. But what has come out so clear is that he is not capable of doing this job and hasn't been for years. All the stories are just beginning to come out. If you read the Wall Street Journal about how he can't keep a straight thought to donors, how as late as early as 2021, he couldn't even explain his infrastructure deal to Democrats, to the caucus. So bad after he left, Nancy Pelosi had to quickly say, this is really how we're going to spend $1 trillion. And also, I would add on top of that, internationally, our allies as well as our enemies know that he is shot. So we are absolutely in danger every day he's there. And the fact that KJP can go on The View and act as if she wasn't lying to us every single day is unbelievable to me. I understand spinning for your boss, but flat out lying every day and getting insulted when someone asks her, don't you think if he's stepping aside, he should step aside now? It's showing he can't do the job.
Yeah, I expected The View to eat her for breakfast, but apparently they'd already had lunch.
Right.
Jessica, he's going to resign tomorrow night, isn't he? Why else would he do this? We already know he's stepping down. He's going to resign.
No.
No?
No. He knows that the paper statement was not enough and that he owes the American public an explanation of this. And he can talk about the thought process. All of the reporting confirms that he really did make this decision essentially in isolation. Assume that his family. That may be, and it might be that Nancy Pelosi was going to go public with everything the week after, but this was about him, and I assume Jill and Hunter and his two closest advisors who did come down there. And I will be very interested to hear him talk about it. And I certainly don't think that with 6 months left on the job that there's any reason that he needs to resign. You're running for a job that would keep you in it for 4.5 more years versus doing 6 more months. How long was Reagan basically being propped up? 18 to 24 months?
Oh, no.
Come on. Of course, it's not the same because I'm talking about Reagan.
No, but Reagan.
True.
Thank you for being honest, Greg. I also want to say I've seen a lot of Republicans doing interviews about this. Like Josh Hawley showed up. Tom Cotton showed up on CNN and was talking to John Berman, and he tried to use the coup line. And John Berman said, come on, like if the standard bearer for your party tried to overturn a free and fair election, it's not going to work for you to go with that angle. This DEI hire stuff, also not going to work. People will be turned off by all of that. They have to run a policy-oriented campaign. I mean, the video of J.D. Vance calling her a lonely cat lady because she's someone who didn't have biological children when she's in a thriving and happy marriage and has 2 stepkids. All of that is anathema for the Republican Party, and they can't stop themselves from doing it.
Well, I mean, the delegates had their nominee, and she's clearly an illegitimate candidate if they're going to totally ignore those people. But I don't have time to argue this. I saved the rest for last. Dana.
The rest for last.
I just came up with that.
I like it.
Tell me, what's he going to say tomorrow, and how long is it going to last?
I don't think it will be very long. You think that he just gave an Oval Office address after that failed assassination attempt on President Trump, and it didn't go that great. Okay, so then he gets COVID, and they were hiding him, and then yesterday he calls into the campaign event, and then. It was like when your parents would listen in on your call before hanging up. She's like, I know you're still there, Joe. It's like, to your point. So they're going to say, we're good. Nope, we don't need you to go anywhere. You just stay right here. Like, there's going to be no problems. I think the Republicans are barking up the wrong disenfranchised tree. If 87% of Democrats are now saying they wanted this change. They don't feel disenfranchised. So you can't, like, I get it. I understand, like, the rules and everything. I wouldn't do that. I do continue to be surprised, or maybe I shouldn't be, that just last week the media was in a froth over the White House press office not telling the truth about Joe Biden's condition. When is that going to transfer over to Kamala Harris? Because remember, on the week ahead, every week that the White House put out, it said that she had lunch with him every Wednesday. I would love to know if that's actually true.
That is true.
I want to see the subway bill.
Yeah, me too. You know what? Where's Jill?
Dr. Jill, she's on her way to the Olympics.
Ah, perfect timing. All right.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Jessica Tarlov still clouded with that Trump derangement syndrome that she so terribly suffers from, guys. She can't see that Joe Biden should simply just bow out, completely out, guys, not just out of the presidential race, but out of presidency itself too, guys. If you're not, capable, you're not fit to do it for the next 4 years, you're not capable enough to do it for the next 6 months, guys. We can tell that this guy's been cruise controlling this thing for a lot longer than, the past 6 months. All the signs were there for quite some time. The media has lied. They've placated, especially the left-wing lamestream media. They've placated, they've covered up for the guy, Joe Biden, gaslighting to all other people, saying that he is the man. He's going to be able to, serve for the next 4 years. And then out of nowhere, they all just turn on Joe Biden, saying that he shouldn't be the man. This, stemming from the debate, the disastrous 90-minute debate where Joe Biden could barely even form or continue a thought, even though he had a teleprompter right in front of him, guys. I mean, this guy, Joe Biden, single-handedly ruined this thing for his whole party. And now they're trying to force Kamala Harris into that spot. We're seeing Dana bring up a very valid point, whereas when is it that the left is going to wake up and realize, they blame the media. They're upset. The media lied, gaslighted, and said that Joe Biden was, he was well enough to do this for 4 more years. He should be the guy you're voting for. When are they going to turn on, Miss Kamala Harris, who was supposed to be the knight in shining armor, coming in to save the day, turn this bus around for the Democratic Party, DNC, as the front runner, somehow going to beat Trump later on this year at the polls? I mean, when are they going to start pointing the finger back at Kamala Harris and saying, hey, you also seen what was going on with Joe Biden? I mean, she was the one who was said to have been side by side with Joe Biden for his entire term. I mean, you'd think that someone who had lunch with a guy for their entire term every single day would be able to judge, their health conditions or the conditions of whether or not they are fit enough to run another 4 years. And this should have been brought to everyone's attention long before he was locked in as the DNC's front runner, guys. But they're being cheated once again. The left. I mean, I don't know when the folks on the left are going to wake up to who's actually running their party, the donor backing, the elites, or who's actually pulling the strings behind the scene. Your vote means nothing, and this should show you right here, for them to be able to snatch and put someone on the ticket who is basically an illegitimate candidate, was never voted in as, the front runner of the DNC. Swap them out last minute should show you that your vote means nothing. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. We're seeing Jessica Tarlov still not backing down from that stance she's having. She's still backing Joe Biden to say he's got another 6 months left. I don't know, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know, does Nancy and Jill pull this guy out earlier? Did they let him go all the way until the end of his term, guys? Hop in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button. Share this out to as many Facebook friends as possible, guys. Share the truth. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. Doesn't cost you one thing. You guys hit that like button for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next week.